What's your evolution story? How do you come to be? Y'all don't come from Africa. Y'all not human. Y'all don't evolve like Homo sapiens. Y'all your own breed of people who just so happen to be able to, procreate with everyone else. How do y'all come to be? Right? Essentially, I'm hoping you hear that
Everyone
you really
doesn't
don't
come
have.
from Africa, sir.
Okay, this is what I'm asking.
Scientifically, that's
Okay,
been
this is what
proven
I'm
that that's
asking. Where do you
incorrect.
come from?
America, everyone doesn't
Okay,
come
how
from
do you
Africa.
get? How do you come to be in America? Do you come out the ground? Say it.
Yes, people
Thank
came
you.
from the
How do I know
ground.
you come
There
out
we
the
go.
ground?
Yes. And that would be South America area, anywhere near the
Tell me
equator.
your
And this is
story.
scientifically
Tell me to
proven.
come out. Tell me to come out the ground story. Tell
Tell
me
us
the
in your
language.
language.
Tell me the language is told in. Tell me this culture, this tradition. I need to know this come out the ground story because the only other one I know is Nordic mythology. Let's start there. Hit different. You got the flow.
So where's the African come out of it? So they
Oh
didn't
no
come
no
out of
no
the
no! You
ground?
don't ask the questions.
Are you
I'm
saying
sorry. I'm
Lucy
sorry.
is the
I'm sorry.
mother of
You
all
have a very sweet
creation?
voice. I'm sorry.
You,
I'm asking a question.
I can tell one of those
oh,
stories, whether
humans.
people
She's
find
not
it
the
Deflecting.
mother of
amusing or
all
not. I can
humans. Let
tell
me
the
change
story of
that.
my
He's
own people.
deflecting.
Yeah, they deflecting. That's what I'm saying. You can't let them deflect. This is
I
a
can tell
Say
a
podcast.
your
story.
say your creation story in your language.
Would you like me
I'm
to give an
telling you
example of
scientific
a creation
facts.
story?
You're
No,
I can give you an
deflecting because you
example
I'm
of
can't
a
not
do it.
creation
deflecting.
story.
We're speaking on scientists and DNA. I'm not deflecting.
Deflecting. She's deflecting from the question.
What's your question? You said, where did I come from? I just told you.
Speak your
Human
language
beings were in
and
America.
explain your
Lucy is
creation
not
story
the
in your
mother
language,
of all
please.
beings, people.
Speak your language in your creation story. Explain it, please.
Well, how are you going to understand it on my language? You don't speak my
No,
people's
I like
language.
here. No, I
Do
like
you?
hearing.
Rejected
Hey,
that from
Do
stop,
you
stop,
us.
stop,
speak
and deflect,
Sahoya
deflect.
language?
Don't
Would you
deflect.
know if
Just
I
do
speak
it.
Sahoya right now to you? Would you
So
understand
boy.
a blood clot thing? No.
A
So
clock
what's the
thing. I
point
don't
of
know
me
what that is.
explaining
I don't know what
something
you're
to you
talking
in a
about.
language that you will not comprehend?
Go
What
ahead.
is
Just
that,
go.
That's
Jamaican?
redundant.
That's
Just to show us you
Jamaican?
can do
Let's
it.
keep on to facts of science.
Just show us you can
Like I
do it.
said,
Just
Go
show me you can
ahead.
do
We're
it. Go.
waiting.
every person documented
That's English.
prior
That's
to
English.
Columbus was
That's
black.
English. No, that's
Even
English.
Chino
No, that's
people.
English. In your
Do
language.
you know what Chino people? And you're speaking English to me, so why would I speak my different language to you?
Because you
Let's
indigenous
speak
here.
to
I've been
English because
colonized.
I'm
My people been
explaining something
colonized.
to you, but you can
You got a
understand
whole
it.
different story. You don't got the same story as me. I come from descendants of slaves.
But
You know
you
what I'm
still
saying? You're not
understand
black
English,
like
so
me. You're
why
not
would
black like me. Where do you come
we?
from? So you got your own language. You start off speaking your creation story in English.
Where
I
did
want you to
well,
see, ma'am, I want you to see how you're running from this question. I want to see how you're professionally deflecting like a pretending. You must have been doing this for a while. I'm trying to get your origins, your creation story in your indigenous language. Listen, we've already heard many of them. We've heard many different languages that we cannot understand, but we listening to the tongue. We listening to the way the inflections, right? We're listening to it and we are learning. Well, why would you not share culture? Why would you gatekeep? This is what this life is. It's because you don't guide it. Watch this deflection, y'all. Watch this deflection. Go ahead.
explain it first because you asked me where I came from. I didn't think you was going to jump to another topic while I was
I be
expressing
really
and
wanting y'all to
explaining my
start
people.
with the story, and then when I get off the
Excuse
mic.
me.
Blah,
You're the
blah,
one that's
blah.
all over the place. This is not. I'm
Origin story
answering the
start.
questions as they come, and I
Would
was
you like
doing
an
it.
example of how to answer his question?
No. Don't give her an example. I want to give her 3 minutes. Everybody just mute up. Go with your origin story. Speak it in English because you don't have a language. Go ahead.
Thank you again. My people are Sahoya people, Yuchi people. Other people also refer to them as Wahala people, also Appalachian people, Muskegon people. These are my people. They're melanated people. We're still alive today. My matriarch is still alive today. Not my mother, excuse me. My father's last sibling is still alive today. And we are Ogeechee people, which is Wahala people, and we have different terms. Some of my people in South Carolina speak Geechee. Some people in Georgia, they speak Yuchi still. So they still say terms like Mahalaxmi, Debi Namaha. They don't say that same term in South Carolina because they don't know that term. But I know both my father's people and my mother's people, which have a conjoined language, and some of it happens to be a mixture. We just say like a patois. Some people call it a patois, or the Haitian terms. Or I don't know what I guess Haitians also call it patois as well. Jamaicans. but it is similar in those languages. Like the term "genti" means in Georgia people, folk or people or gentlemen, but in South Carolina it would mean like my people, my family, "genti." Another term that is also interchangeable with some patois that I've noticed since I've been here on this app, because I'm kind of new here, is gwine. Gwine means he is going in some terms, or I am going in some people's term. And so you have some people in South Carolina actually name their kids gwine.
All right, that's good. All right, Justin,
That's a UT term as well.
example. We need an example. I see. Give us example, please. Sorry.
Hanke han ian wan esnala el yanke cha lila iokshi chalo. Daku wo ik chala wan kanka el maku na wo humble wan el maku cha. Makha wan el kagapi. A long time ago, there was just one force of creation, and his name was Ian. And he was sad, and he was alone, and it was so powerful that Ian was neither man nor woman, but Ian was the only power that could exist. So Ian took from himself and he created a globe and he pressed it together, and what came was of his own blood, and half of it became a landmass and half of it became water.
The first creation was a woman.
No, don't disrespect. We don't disrespect people's story.
You're
Sorry,
mutant.
you wasn't
You're
telling the
lying.
story. He's telling his creation
And it's
story.
bullshit.
We don't disrespect people's culture here based off your culture, ma'am. Drop it like it's hot.
I'm not going to continue with my creation story because it's a very long story. But the thing is, we all have our own creation story, how the world was created, where we come from. We eventually in our creation story, we eventually came out of the ground in Wind Cave, which is a cave located in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And we came out after the departure of the continents in a great freeze. That's in our own oral history. That's our creation story. The Dene, they have their own stories. The Crow, the Cheyenne, the Ojibwe, all the different tribes, the Pawnee, the Comanche, they have their stories where they come from. He asked you to share your creation story, and it didn't. It didn't happen.
All right. We got Catrice. Catrice, I don't know Catrice. So Catrice, welcome to the platform. You want to expound on anything you heard or the backdrop or anything? Go ahead. You got the floor. Come off mute whenever you're ready.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was on mute. Yeah. I think there was some pretenders there, right? Is that what they're being called? Pretendians. Okay, learning. It's very new to me. And yeah, I liked the Justin Baker's origin story. Very interesting how cultures are just so amazing. And that's how I joined. So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be saying.
Oh, okay. Now, where are you from? Where are you located?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, in Massachusetts. Okay. So Boston. All right. Yeah. We have a phenomenon going on right now within the Black community where you have African erasure and Native American appropriation at the same time. Right. So Black Americans are saying they never come from Africa. They don't have no association to Africa. They was the Indians the whole time. And every single bit of evidence that says anything otherwise is pretty much a conspiracy or something.
Yes, so I agree. And I think they also want to be Melanesian. I've heard all kinds of things since the Moana movie came out.
They want to be, I forget. Yeah, melanated, non-ether beings, carbonation. They have a lot of different ideologies. Pretty much just, this is us versus them. And it comes from insecurities of us not having these cultures, right? Her not being able to, edify us on her culture articulately because Black Americans don't have this, and we have a reason for this. Yet, if you're indigenous earlier, not all Native Americans know that much of their culture. They don't all know their language or their origin stories, right? It's important to say that, all right? But these people is just using a cop-out. They won't even say that. Like, they'll just say, oh, it's a secret.